Hello, I'm Dante Thompson. I play offensive line. I formerly played at Robert Morris University, but now I just transferred to East Illinois University.
What made you start playing football?
Made me start playing football is honestly, I was I was a very energetic kid, so my parents put me in, like every single sport, and football is like one of the sports I fell in love with the most. Made a lot of close friends growing up. Played with a lot of great people. Coached by a lot of great coaches, former players in the NFL, former college coaches, and like all that. And then football has always been like my first love ever since watching it. My favorite team is the Dallas Cowboys, so watching them play, watching like DeMarcus Ware, Des Bryant, or Sean Lynch, even though he's not a Cowboys, but he's a Seahawks player, running back. I just like the way how they all play. Tyron Smith, Trent Williams, all of them. They basically inspired me to be who I am now.
Did you grow up playing any other sports, or did you have any other hobbies or anything like that that kind of led you towards football?
I did wrestling, basketball a little bit, and baseball.
And what would you say was your favorite childhood memory related to football growing up?
Childhood, probably say like going to Florida when I was like going through elementary school and middle school. Like I played for Green Village Chiefs. We played in the AYF. We would always win like our conference. Then like we would head down to Florida and basically play like nationals. So we play like teams around like the states, basically like the best youth football teams going down there to play. It was a great experience going out there. We're young, playing around, having fun. Basically like not really caring about the game at first, but still caring about it, having fun. Like
Did you begin playing any other positions, or did you kind of always lean towards offensive
I was
line?
defensive lineman and offensive lineman, so I was always a lineman.
What's your favorite part about the position in general?
Just being able to like manhandle people and like helping my running backs, receivers, and quarterbacks score touchdowns.
When you were growing up, I know you said a couple of football players, but if you had to pick one, who was your role model growing up?
Right. I like the passion he played with. He always like wanted to win, never wanted to lose. Always left his heart out in the field.
What do you see as the biggest difference so far at your new school versus previous schools that you've been at?
Right now, big difference is for me. I would just say like obviously like the players, of course. 'Cause I was at Robert Morris for 4 years, so now I'm in a new situation. Nobody really knows me yet. I can basically have to prove myself all over again, and then now getting used to like a new playbook and everything. But it's been a great start for these past 3 weeks. Getting to know the guys real well, helping the team out, showing them I am what I can do on the field, and like in the weight room and everything. Because we haven't really started spring ball yet, but as of right now, it's been doing good. Just still got to prove myself here.
And what was like the biggest driving factor that kind of led you towards EIU versus some other schools?
Overall, the coaches so far. Because when I came on my visit, there was no players here really, but the coaches. Ever since Coach Hoover called me, like it really just seemed like he really wanted me for me, who I was, and like he watched my film, basically said like everything that I was loving to hear, how he would use me within the offense, and then like they just sound like they really wanted to win this year, and that's what I want to do. Like I want to win. Like I've been a winner base like my whole life, going all the way back from high school, state championships, little league, multiple like conference championships, going down to Florida a lot, and playing for Team Maryland, like doing like a lot of things like that. Always been a winner, never really want to be a loser. And then like being on the phone with them, also all they really care about is winning, and they still care about you as a person. But at the end of the day, like when they talk, they were just like, yeah, like we want to win.
Going back to high school, though, how was the feeling of winning
Yeah,
two, right? State
it's one
championships?
of the feelings in the world, especially like when you're playing with people that you knew since you were younger, playing with them, and then playing against people that you played with when you were younger. It's like it's a rivalry out there, but like at the end of the day, like it's still love, and like you're still gonna have fun, and it's like fun just like talking on the field. Like you know him, he knows you, and it's like just some of the best feelings you ever had in the world.
Have you crossed paths with anyone that you've played against in high school, or that was on your high school team in college yet, or no?
So high school, yeah, a little bit. Sometimes, yeah, it's been fun on the field, and then like not only high school, but like a lot of little league too. Cross paths with them and people that I've worked out with. So like when I go back home, I've had some bragging rights towards people, and then sometimes they had got the better of my team too. So they had their bragging rights, but at the end of the day, I still want to get mine and show them that I'm here too.
Yeah. So going back to the transfer portal, how was the transfer portal for you? Like, Was it difficult? Was it easy to like go through?
Like my first 2 weeks, it was a little difficult because it was real slow. I was just getting in, wasn't really like a big name yet. Like yeah, I made all conference and everything. I was a name at my old school and everything. But of course, like coaches, just like you got other kids, other guys like bigger names than you. So of course they're gonna look at them first. But then when they looked at my film, they started picking up like towards the end before I committed. Like they started realizing like, oh, like this guy can really play. He can really like do this for us on the field. And then like when coaches started like recognizing that, I started talking to coaches more, and then like starting to get to know coaches and like who really wanted me for me, and then just want me because they didn't get the guy they wanted, or because they need a spot to fill. Like so, I wanted that EIU. They really wanted me for me.
And what's like one of your longer term goals with the EIU as you kind of move forward into this season?
So like team goal right now, I want to win a conference championship, and I want to make a deep run into the playoffs. Obviously, like that's my number one goal. Always like care about the team first because you can't win without them. Because of course you can go out there and do everything in the world, have like the greatest season of all time, but at the end of the day, you have to have your teammates behind you.
So going along with that, just can you describe a significant challenge that you faced on the field and how you overcame it?
Some of them are just, of course, like when you're like in close games with teams, of course, because obviously it's like different. Because in college, everybody, of course, is working for something. Everybody's working trying to get to that next level. So it's like everybody's eating, grinding up, and like of course everybody's in the summer working hard. Like athletes don't really have a social life outside. Like when it's in the off season, like it's straight work. So everybody's been doing the same thing, working hard, and like you get to the nitty gritty games, down to the wire. You got to fight. And I would say like some games for that was like this past year, Long Island. It was like a close game. They were scoring touchdowns back to back, and we kept fighting, scoring our touchdowns. And then another real close game was Merrimack. Our defense held them to 0 points, and we got our our one touchdown six. They blocked one of our kicks, but like again, it came down to the summer, like who wanted it harder, and at the end of the day, we wanted it more than them.
Yeah, I know this is not a primary focus right now, but have you had any like notable NIL opportunities? Have you ever seen any changes in the game since NIL has been introduced into college
Yeah, I
athletics?
see some changes. I haven't really had like no money like NIL situations yet, really like not none like that, but like a lot of community work I've been doing, like showing my face around the community, not only like back at home. Because last spring, if you ever heard of 40 Elite, it's like so it's kind of like a branch off from Gun Village Chiefs. Like a lot of football players, like a lot of us, you had Caden Prather, Marquez Cooper, DeJuan Cooper, just a lot of like MV alumni going back, Tadris, Harold, Smiley, all of them. We kind of like came together and like created like a camp for like just kids and like the community to come out and just basically learn football, do drills, and have a chance to meet us. That was like one of the things I did. And then like Pittsburgh, because that's where Rob Morris is. It's like 20 minutes outside of Pittsburgh. I was like going around the community during the summer, like helping out with camps. I wasn't the only one. There was a lot of my teammates coming out too. Like basically we're showing our faces in the community so people get to know us more and just working football camps with a lot of NFL players like Aaron Donald. We had Jordan Whitehead and DeMar Hamlin, and also Jaquan Brisker.
Were you able to kind of pick their brains about some football stuff
Oh
at the
yeah, a
time
little
or
bit.
no?
Yeah, they were very welcome and they like talked to us. Now it wasn't even like really about football because at the end of the day, all athletes are the same. They like to joke around 24/7, so it was like just nice, like get to know them. Like yeah, I watched them on TV, but they're basically like the same as me.
Yeah, no, and that's always fun because I know you guys always have something to talk about, especially on the field or even off the field. You guys have those
Yeah.
connections and stuff. But what would you say, like off the field, how would you manage your athletic responsibilities alongside other activities?
So I don't already know how like my schedule goes. Athletics, is like athletics is going to fill up my schedule a lot. So just have like little side note things like my homework. I'll put like notifications on my phone because usually I'll forget and just hop on the game or just swipe on TikTok or Instagram all day and just forget about my homework. But I'll have like notifications or like a little whiteboard or something, like write it down, and then like whenever I open something or like do something, it'll be like right in my face and I can just cross it out and do it. That's basically how I like balance out football and my school stuff.
Other than school, what are some other things that you like to do outside of football to kind of take your mind off it and kind of maybe even keep you focused?
Golf a little bit and like nice sometimes. And then also I just like to hang out with friends or I just game a lot.
Let's talk about the Super Bowl because I know I feel like you have a lot to say about what
Yes.
happened. So, what are your thoughts on this year's Super Bowl? Like how the game ended, how the halftime
Mhm.
show was, just
All right, so
everything.
me personally, it's gonna sound bad because I already know people want the Eagles to win, but I'm a Cowboys fan. I cannot cheer for the Eagles. So of course I was going for the Chiefs. So I was a little mad Eagles won the game, but like I just got to say the Eagles, the way how they defense played, it's like they knew, like they just knew how they wanted to come. Like it was an insane game. Like I did not expect that kind of performance from the Eagles defense. A shutdown, of course, one of the greatest quarterbacks that we're watching right now. Basically, like made him look like he didn't know how to play football.
Yeah, it was a change to see Patrick running backwards on every play. Usually it seems like his line's holding him
Yeah,
up in there, but it seemed like the defensive line
yeah,
dominated
no,
the
it
whole
was
game.
crazy.
Yeah, and especially with everything that was happening and how many people like wanted the Bills and the Commanders at
Yeah,
first. I mean, and then all of a sudden now it's the Eagles and the Chiefs. I mean, a lot of people had a downfall and thought, okay, well this game would be a good game, but then in the
yeah.
end, like it was just like a shutout. Let's say you were a Chiefs player. What's something that you would have done differently, or coach differently, to help the Chiefs maybe get their heads back in the game and kind of play better on the field
No,
as a
basically,
whole?
we're just like at the beginning, like before the halftime, bring like everybody's together, and then like say like we're still got this, like we still have a whole nother half. Get the game, act like this game's 0-0. Forget like what they already did in the first half. Forget what we did in the first half. Obviously, we know that wasn't us. Like we know we can do better. We know we can go out and play. And then also, like I would like give like some suggestions. But like obviously, we know defensive line is killing us right now as offensive lineman. Like you know, have like some help. Like leave like a running back or a tight end in the protection, just to give like quarterback some more time. Then like once we start slowing that down, then we can start going back to our old like playbook, original playbook, and go out there and win the game.
What was kind of a big driving factor or motivating factor to join the Next Game platform? What have you seen so far with it so far, and what would you like to get out of it in the future?
And now like one motivation was Alexa, obviously. She like presented me, and then like I would ask her questions about it before I even like signed anything or I did anything. Like she answered all the questions and like kept sending me documents for it, and I would like thank her a lot for that. And also, Next Name has also like got like my social media like boosted a lot up. Like my follower count went up, and then like not only my follower count, like my viewership of like all my posts and like videos I post have just gone up a lot too. So I'll say like it kind of made my name a little bit more bigger.
Is there like a certain opportunity that you're kind of looking to gain down the line, whether it's merchandise, brands, anything like that? Is there like a kind of overarching goal that you're looking to kind of move towards?
I like to dress, and then also like I like work with sporting brands because on the field, as Deion Sanders would say, like look good, play good. So I like to dress good on the field too. I like to have like all the accessories on, like the high scrunch socks, sleeves, armbands, the nice mouthpieces, visors, or like a scully cap, anything.
What's your favorite like article of clothing to kind of wear during game days?
Say like Under Armour has some good stuff, and Nike. Those are like top two. But like I like to keep my swag basic. Like some games, like you gotta change it up every game. So some games I always have like the tape, high tape up to my wrist, and I was put on like a shirt and have that out, and I have like my long socks, and I have like a little different color mouthpiece here and there, or I'll just do like an arm sleeve, two arm sleeves with the long socks still, and then yeah, just swag it out from there. I like change up
What's like one opportunity that will really boost up your training regimen or game day regimens?
the turtlenecks with the hoods and stuff too. I like wearing hoodies, like when I'm training, like the cut off hoodies, like stuff like that. I like to wear.
What would you say is your go-to song to get you hyped before
And
a game?
Uzi song,
Do you have any specific Lil Uzi song?
that song to me, any song that's Lil Uzi is gonna get me hype before a game.
Do you and your teammates have similar taste in music, or do you guys kind of all listen to different stuff?
Some of us listen to different stuff, but some I find like some people that have like same taste in music as me. Because also you always have like the big speaker playing like any type of music, but then like you have some guys like just headphones who go out to the field before like the game stuff work out. Like that's me. Like I have my headphones on and like go out to the field, like stretch out, do some little like set stuff that's getting warmed up a little bit, and then like have the strength coaches like just roll me out with like the rollers and stuff that we have, and then I'll go back in. I'll like take off my headphones for a little bit and like sing the songs or like rap the songs that's on the speakers with my teammates, have some fun with them, and then like when that's over, I'll put my headphones back on and get locked back in.
What would you say is like one quote that has stuck with you?
Just keep going. You're gonna be light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep going, no matter what's going on right now.
At the beginning, we talked about different athletes that you look up to and stuff, but if you could have dinner with any athlete or public figure, who would it be?
Because that was my also one of my favorite players growing up because of his mentality and everything too. And I'm also a Lakers fan just because of him. He's the reason why I watch basketball and like other sports too. So I'll say I'd like to have a dinner with him.
What are your thoughts on the new trade, the
I love it.
Lakers?
We're about to win the championship this year.
All right, and then for this upcoming season, what are your goals?
Well, obviously, like I said before, winning the conference championship, making the for the playoffs, but also like some personal goals, be named to all conference again. Hopefully, I'm gonna work even harder this all season just to be named All American and get my shot at the NFL draft.
How can fans and supporters stay connected with you and your journey?
You can follow me on Instagram at underscore Lote8, or you can follow me on X at Dante Thompson. And yeah, you can follow me through there. I'm always active on there, posting every day.
Is there anything else that you would want to share about NIL, football, or anything else in general about your experiences as a student athlete?
One last message. Let's go EIU. Stay tuned this year. We're going to come big this year. Got something big coming.